Hey everyone, welcome to Past Lives and the Divine. I'm Gina, the host of this podcast, and this is what we do. We talk about past lives and our connection to the divine. I am Gina. I host this podcast. I also facilitate past life regressions, group hypnosis, all kinds of things in the realm of freaky things plus hypnosis. So in today's episode, I'm talking to you just about an update on this podcast, where I'm at right now, what it's going to look like in 2022. And then I have a little gift for you for listening, for being here, for spreading the word. If you would be so kind as to continue to spread the word, if you haven't left a review on Apple Podcasts, please do that. And as a thank you for being here, for listening, for spreading the word, and for, frankly, looking at your own shadows and doing the work that sometimes doesn't feel good, but it's good for us, the world inside of us and the world around us. The last 2 years have been difficult for everybody in the world, especially if you're paying attention. And because of that, I want to say thank you. I have a new past life journey for you to take at home, and you can find it after I jibber jabber the first part of this episode. You can find it after that. So the first part of this episode is about just what's going on, and the second part is the past life journey for you to use once, 1,000 times, anywhere in between. You can use that past life journey any way you want to. So before we get into the hypnotic journey and just kind of my little housekeeping things about that, I wanted to first let you know I'm going to be covering just kind of what's coming in 2022. And the first thing that's coming in 2022, the 2022 membership for Past Lives and Divine. And the Divine is called Kinship, and Kinship officially launches on January 1st. And I'm really beyond excited for it. I have dreamed of putting together a group like this for a really long time. And this is the first time in the first way where I feel like it really is set up to be rich and deep and fun and light all at the same time. And so I'm really excited for that. If you're interested in joining, go to pastlivesandthedivine.com, click on Kinship, and you can learn more about how much it costs, what's all involved, all of that stuff. It's simply an annual membership because I'm too lazy to do a monthly membership. Frankly, that is what it comes down to. So it might not always be this way, but you got to get in for the whole year or not, because that's all I have capacity to manage right now. I can't do anything like that on a monthly basis. So I hope you join us if you feel moved. I can't say enough besides I'm just really, really excited for this group. Okay, so because I want to really focus on this group, and because I have not taken a podcast break in like a year and a half or something, first, let's a little round of applause that I got at least one podcast episode every single week in 2021. Like, fuck, that was a lot of work. So just a moment, I'm pausing, I'm looking back, I'm like, good on you, I'm going to take a fucking break. So January, February, and March of 2022, I'm going to be on a little hiatus from the podcast. What I will be doing behind the scenes, I'll be working in the realm of kinship and just making sure that gets up and going and has way more than enough of my attention than I estimate it needing. I, of course, will still be seeing clients throughout my entire break, throughout the entire year, and I'm still seeing clients online. So, and that's actually the only way I'm seeing clients. So if you want to have a session with me, as long as you have the internet, we can have a session together. I will also be working on just the podcast for 2022, just digging more into the details of it. What I know right now is we're still going to have an astrology episode. We're going to have different themes every month, but Ashley and Meredith are both going to join me for these astrology episodes, and then we will just kind of pick up commonly asked questions that I have. We're going to focus on different planets and different themes. So still very much in the works, the details of each episode are in the works, but that is the theme. Sarah Leverett is going to join me, and we're going to do a specific podcast episode called Hypnotic Arts. And that's where we're going to share just stories from the facilitator point of view. We're going to talk all about the myths and all the misrepresentation of hypnosis, what it is, how it's different from what we do in our practices, and just our belief system around it and the work that we're trying to do, like on a greater level. So we'll be talking about just the hypnotic arts. And I really do see the hypnotic arts as an art form. I don't think it is a science. And it's something that has been very much on my mind because Sarah Leverett and I are working together to put together a training course. So if you've ever been like, I think I might be interested in learning how to facilitate these hypnotic sessions, let us know. Get on my email list. Go to pastlivesandthedivine.com and subscribe to that email list. We don't have any formal promotion around it. We're very much going to be doing a soft little pilot group this spring, but I really see just sharing stories from that, sharing stories about spirit guides and just client experiences, much, as anonymous as we can, or sharing whatever the client wants us to share. I think it'll just be a fun, different facet of all of it. And I'm really excited to just dig more into that and have more conversations around it. And I currently, on my website, have a question catcher for the podcast. And when I get those questions, I just put them in an email folder. And then I answer the questions, or I will actually, what happens a lot of times is I'll plan certain hypnotic journeys, or I will plan certain episodes based on the questions that people are sending in. And then if it calls for it and I think it's beneficial, a lot of times I'll take those questions and do a frequently asked questions episode. But to be honest, I think a lot of questions that are good, really good, fall through the cracks, and I want to do better with that. And I think that it is my intention that these hypnotic art themed episodes are going to help me with that, because those are the majority of the questions that I get are how does this work? How does this work just in general? And people's specific questions about it before they go into it, after they come out of it, when they're thinking of doing it again. There's just so much to talk about, and I think you all will really like that too. Okay, and then of course I will always be sharing recordings of clients' past life regressions as clients voluntarily let me do it. So if you have already told me, there's a handful of people who have already told me that I can use their past life regression, and they have not been on the podcast yet. So just know, if that's you, I think there's 3 people. If that's you, I will be getting to you when I come back from my podcast break in April. And I always give you a little heads up before it actually comes out, so you don't necessarily have to worry about that. And if you have been a client of mine and you would like to share your recording with other people, I do believe that we can get healing listening to other people's journeys. It's actually one of the big reasons why I started this podcast. And if that's you and you want it, hit me up. Go to pastlivesandthedivine.com. You can click on the question thing. If you're on my email list, then you're a little smart cookie, and you can just hit reply to the next email I sent you and just tell me if you're okay with me sharing it. And what I typically do is, if you're okay with sharing the whole thing, I always tweak and do a little bit of editing just to make sure it sounds okay and it's not completely fucking brutal to listen to. Believe it or not, I do some editing as much as time allows. Anyway, so along with that, if you are a client of mine, or you have been a client of mine and you would like to share your session, but you're like, oh, can you leave this stuff at the end about my friend or my mom or my spouse or whatever? For sure. We can snip some things out for sure. Even if it's names and things like that, we can snip those out. So if you have any questions, if you're on the fence, email me, let them rip. If it's a good fit, it's a good fit. I never want anyone to feel like they need to do it. So, but a lot of you are freaky like me, where I'm like, look at my stuff. I don't know. It just feels better to share. I just like to share. I don't know. If you're listening and you're not on my email list, head over to my email list, pastlivesandthedivine.com. It's also linked in the show notes. Okay, a little bit about this past life journey. This past life journey is different than the past life journey you can download from my website. And if you're like, what the hell's that? That's at pastlivesandthedivine.com. And this journey is a little bit different. The induction, which the induction is essentially, it feels like and even looks like a guided meditation, but what it's doing is it's getting you deeply relaxed. And because I am who I am with my beliefs, it's in that journey that I always help you ground, and I always help you open and connect to that divine universal healing and wisdom. And then I also walk you through how to protect your space, protect your yourself, and really protect the session, protect your journey, so only love and truth can enter. So of course that's how I start all of my hypnotic journeys. And then we move into the induction, which this induction for this past life journey is a little different than the one that you can download off my website. So still a past life regression, still something you can use over and over, and something that people often ask me when it comes to these hypnotic journeys is, can I do this while I'm falling asleep? What happens if I do fall asleep? And just to remember that if you fall asleep, sleep is what you needed the most. And I do have positive and loving hypnotic suggestions throughout the entire journey. So all is not lost. Like, you're still getting those suggestions. I personally believe you're still opening up your memory to a past life, and those memories or knowings, that healing might happen on a level that's not even conscious for you. It also might spontaneously revisit you, while you're doing the dishes or mowing the lawn, and you just are like, hey, wait a minute. You kind of maybe sometimes get a scene or a feeling that will help you. I just to know that if you do fall asleep. And then if you do fall asleep and you continually fall asleep, you can use this as often as you want. So play around with when you listen to it. Sometimes people will share their response to the experience. And oftentimes with that, people will be like, but I don't know why I experienced this. Do you know why? Or whatever. And I don't know why, of course. But you know why. Somewhere in you knows why. So sometimes it's kind of nice to, if you come out of a past life journey and you feel like you have more questions, or now you have different questions, use those questions as the basis for an intention for your next past life journey. So if you're like, why did I see this? Or why did I experience this? Hold that question in your mind and do the journey again and just get more clarification with it. And to know that even knowings, insight, wisdom, that stuff continues to drop in after you do a journey like this or a session like this. So a lot of dot connecting, a lot of analyzing, understanding, even more reasons why that past life was shown to us at this time and how we can use that to benefit our current life. Like, that's always the thing. That's how this works. So if you have a question, go into that journey with the question. It really is you understanding your intuition, you exercising to the edges of your intuition, understanding what communicating with your spirit guides feels like. All of that is in the realm of what we're doing here. So just know that. A couple other things to get the most out of it. Just be not distracted and know that the only thing that you have to focus on is the words in your ear. And so if that means completely focusing on something that helps you relax would put anyone in danger or yourself in danger, only you can make that call. Thank you again for being here. Thank you again for listening. Join me in kinship if you want. Otherwise, I will see you in April. Okay, gather around the fire for another past life journey. Before we get started, think of your intention for coming to this space to experience a past life. Repeating this intention in your mind or out loud. This intention could be surrounding emotional healing, spiritual growth, getting to know yourself on a soul level, or understanding more about your life path or a certain relationship. You could be seeking insights and wisdom or answers. Your intention for your journey will allow you to begin the shift in your subconscious mind to a more positive, balanced, and magnetic way of being. Making your intention statement specific or more general, think of and repeat your intention for this journey in your mind or out loud now. Let's begin. Settling into a comfortable position. Uncross your arms and legs and take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling all the way in, deep belly breath. And as you exhale out fully and completely, exhale out anything negative, heavy, stressful, any tightness that's within you. Finishing your 3 deep breaths. And returning to the natural rhythm of your breath. And now just drift to the sound of my voice. You'll focus intently on the images and suggestions. If you drop too deeply asleep, you'll hear my voice saying the word now. And you'll respond to the word now. It will sound loud and clear, but pleasant in your ear. And you'll wake up just enough to focus once again intently on the suggestions, on the words. Pictures, images, impressions, feelings, sensations. They'll all float easily into your mind in response to my words. Now I'd like you to visualize a root going from the bottom of your feet, going down through the floor into the earth. And imagine, sense, feel, or just know that that root is reaching and growing through the layers of the earth, reaching and growing toward the center of the earth, where this root wraps around a rock at the core of the earth, the very center of Mother Earth. Imagine the roots, what they look like as they wrap around this rock. Imagine the shape of the rock and the color of this rock. And now imagine, sense, feel, or know that this root is reaching and growing back up through the layers of the earth, all the way back up, through the earth, through the floor, into your feet, and up your legs. And you are now totally connected to and bathed in the loving, peaceful, nourishing energy of Mother Earth. You are now totally grounded to Mother Earth. Now open your crown, the very top of your head. and allow light to come in. Beautiful light from the universe, from above. Allow this light to penetrate every part of your being as you go deeper and deeper relaxed. Have this light be a color that feels healing and loving to you. It can be pink or yellow, gold, green, blue, red, purple. It can be any mix or combination of colors. This light, this color feels so warm and relaxing to you. Feel this light embrace every part of your being. Feel its warmth and relaxation as it touches your forehead and your eyebrows, softening the muscles around your eyes. You feel your eyelids get even just 1% heavier. And now know that this light is moving down, releasing any tension along your jawline. Even your tongue relaxes. And now this light moves down into your neck, bringing a wave of relaxation from the front to the sides, all the way to the back of the neck. And now that light is moving down your spine, sending a wave of relaxation to all the muscles, tendons, and ligaments across the back. Upper back, middle back, lower back, bringing that peace and relaxation into your hips. And now know that that light is moving across your shoulders, bringing warmth and relaxation as you feel yourself become heavier on whatever it is that you're relaxing on. Good. And that light moves down into your arms, releasing and relaxing biceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, all the muscles in your palms and out your fingers. And now this light moves into your chest, opening up your heart center, clarifying and broadening the connection to your soul and your soul's memories, releasing any blocks you might have to this experience. Good. Open and protected, clear knowing. Good. And as this light moves around your chest, it's bathing your heart and lungs in this healing vibration from above. And now that light moves into your abdomen, bathing all your organs in this healing light from above. And now this light moves down into your hips and into your legs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and into your feet, bringing with it a wave of relaxation. Now releasing and relaxing every muscle, tendon, ligament, every tissue, every fiber, every cell in your physical body. Feeling yourself become even more relaxed. And now imagine, sense, feel, or know that this light is moving down into that root system from your feet. And this light follows that root system through the layers of the earth all the way to the center of the earth. And this light follows that root system, wrapping around that rock, and then slowly coming back up, following that root system all the way back up, through the floor, into your feet, and that light travels up your legs, up your spine, and out the crown of your head. And you are now totally connected to that universal love and healing and universal wisdom. Good. And now I want you to imagine, sense, feel, or know that there's a spark of light in the center of your being. A spark of light right in the center of your physical form. This is the ancient, all-knowing, and eternal part of you. This is the part of you that lives life after life. This is the part of you that lives every life in between lives. This spark of light is your soul self, the ancient, all-knowing, and eternal part of you. Know that with each breath and each heartbeat, know that this spark of light is growing bigger and brighter with each breath and each heartbeat, effortlessly and automatically. Bigger and brighter with each breath and each heartbeat. And now that spark, that light of your soul has grown so big and so bright that it emanates out and covers up your entire physical form. And know that it continues to grow bigger and brighter with each breath and each heartbeat. That light of your soul is growing so big and so bright that it emanates out all around you. Emanating out all around you, and now it's taking the shape of a protective, loving bubble of light all around you. This protective, loving bubble of light is around you during this entire session, and any time in the future that you want to evoke its protection and nourishment, know that you can just visualize this loving, protective bubble of light all around you. Good. Relaxing you, healing you, protecting you. Only truth and love can enter this loving bubble of protection, of light, all around you. And you are now totally protected, totally connected to that universal love and wisdom, and totally grounded to Mother Earth. Anything you may hear, such as voices, footsteps, traffic, a phone ringing, or any other noises, will only take you deeper into this relaxed state. You'll go deeper relaxed whenever you hear any noises that are not my voice. Deeper and deeper relaxed. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and when I reach 5, you will be in the deepest state of relaxation. open to any suggestions given to you, willing to go wherever you need to go in order to accomplish your highest intentions at this time. Allowing your spirit guides and your higher self to take your mind wherever you need, knowing that you're completely safe, completely loved. Just listen as I count and you go deeper and deeper relaxed. Now relaxing even more. 1, going deeper. 2, 3, deeper relaxed. 4, and 5, even more deeply relaxed. Simply allow the deepest part of your mind to let go and trust this process as you go deeper and deeper relaxed. And now, because you're in this wonderfully relaxed state, you can feel and access your soul self, the ancient, all-knowing part of you even more. Feeling your soul, let your light expand. Expand far beyond where it is now. You remain in this protective, loving bubble of light, and the light of your soul, the highest frequency of you, is emanating out far beyond that protective, loving bubble of light. And the light of your soul reaches out to the farthest corners of the universe until you are one with all the energy, and all the energies are one with you. In the light of your soul, bathed in the light from the universe, continue to settle in here, enjoying the comfort of this space. Some of this light and this energy is beginning to take shape. You just enjoy the comfort of this special place as the details of this place begin to form around you. You may see colors, lights, flowers, mountains. You may feel the breeze or the sun on your skin. You feel so at peace and inspired in this place. As you continue to relax here, you see a path to the side of you. And so you begin to move down this path. As you move down this path, noting the beauty of this place, you see the joy and the wonder here. And in the distance, you see a massive rock formation with a bright light emanating from the center of the rock. You feel so drawn to this rock and the light coming from the center of it. You continue to move toward it. You feel so excited to be drawing closer to this rock and its light. As you continue to move toward it, it begins to pull you closer. As you move and are drawn closer, you see this tall rock formation in front of you. You know this is a place of reverence. Standing in front of the rock formation now, you see that the light emanating from the center of the rock is actually a doorway into a hallway of light. It feels so warm and inviting. Imagine yourself looking up at the rock formation now. And now imagine yourself looking down at your feet, seeing your feet or shoes standing on the ground in front of this rock. You feel excited, knowing that you're about to have an experience that will help you gain wisdom, insights, even some healing. You are here to learn more about yourself and your connection to the divine plan for your life. Intuitively, you know that this is the portal to a special journey. A journey made from all the knowledge that ever was, is, or will be. A journey made just for you. You feel excited, knowing this is where you need to have an experience unique to you and your intentions for this session. You step into the doorway of this rock formation and into the hallway of light. Simply allow the deepest part of your mind to let go and trust this process. In this deeply relaxed state, imagine, sense, feel, or just know that you're standing at the beginning of this long hallway of light. This is a hallway of light and will bring you to an even higher awareness. With each breath you take, a higher vibration, more deeply relaxed, further into this beautiful space. You begin to move down the hallway, moving down this hallway of light, moving down toward the end of the hallway. As you get closer, you see a stairway at the end of the hallway. Moving closer now, at the top of the stairs, you see there are 10 steps. 10 steps that will bring you down to earth and into a past life experience that will help you feel better in your current life. As I count from 1 to 10, you will slowly move down these steps, feeling inspired and ready to see and experience what will have you feel better in your daily life. Knowing that with each step, you'll feel calmer, more peaceful, and completely in tune with your soul and your soul's memories and your soul's wisdom. At the bottom of these steps, you'll see yourself in a past life. You will be able to experience this scene through your different senses. You might hear it, you might see a picture, you might feel something emotionally or physically. It may be a smell or a taste in your mouth. But at the bottom of these stairs, you will see, feel, or just know that you are in a past life scene. Let's begin. 1, sensing yourself moving down the stairs. 2, allow this process to unfold. 3, deeply relaxed, body and mind. 4, 5, 6, your vibration and consciousness raises even more. 7, letting go, clearing any blocks as you move down the stairs. 8, 9, almost there, even more deeply relaxed. And 10, entering the scene now, feet firmly planted on earth in a past life scene. The shapes, the colors, the details around you, they may be clear or foggy. They may be felt, seen, heard, sensed, or something you just know. These details may come fast or slow. There's no wrong way. Just observe. Allow the details of this scene slowly begin to make more sense. More details coming in, clearer and clearer, effortlessly and automatically, with each breath and each heartbeat. More and more details of this scene are coming in. Allow them to settle. Observe your thoughts. Observe your imagination. Observe the ideas. Observe the feelings. Good. Taking note of your surroundings. Just be here and enjoy the space now. Know that you're completely safe, and if at any time you feel like a scene is too much or too overwhelming, you can always pull out of that scene a little bit and watch it like a movie on a movie screen. Or you can move to the next scene by just letting the details of this scene drift away as you move to the next scene. It's completely up to you. You are totally protected. Just simply observe the details that come in about this scene. Any thought that you might be imagining, feelings, sensations, images, impressions, taking in the details effortlessly and automatically. Maybe you get a sense of whether you're inside or outside. Looking down at your feet, or maybe you can sense or you just know the type of ground or floor that you're standing on, and what you're wearing, if anything, on your feet. Notice your clothing and what gender you are. As details of this scene come in, resist the urge to analyze or try to argue the details. Just allow them to come in. Take it in. Look at it, feel it, know it, and then see more details of this scene. Let this scene unfold around you, knowing that you're safe, and if anything seems too intense, your subconscious mind will automatically simply dim or turn down the volume of the experience, so it's easier to learn from the experience without causing stress. Know that any emotions that arise are ready to be released. Tears can be healing. Notice anyone or anything who is in the scene with you. Noting any of the people who stick out to you in any way, or anyone who stirs emotion or seems familiar to you, whether in this life or your current life or other past lives. Now allow the scene to move forward. What happens next? Allow the details to come into your consciousness. Trust and acknowledge these details. Good. Allowing the scene to move forward and unfold. Just simply observing the details. Good. You will remember these details. It will be easy to recall them outside of this session. And for now, just relax and observe the story unfolding in this scene. Now hear my voice and follow these instructions. I'd like you to go to a significant event in this past life that is relevant to your current lifetime. On the count of 3, you'll be there. 1, 2, and 3. Into a scene involving a significant event in this past life that is relevant to your current lifetime. Allowing the details to come in and become clearer, more vivid and true. What are you aware of in this scene? Is it daytime or nighttime? Are you alone or with others? What's happening around you? Allow any details, ideas, knowings, sensations, impressions, or images, allow them to easily come into your open mind. What else are you aware of in this scene? What are you doing in this scene? And how do you feel in this scene? Do you feel present and happy, calm and centered? Or do you feel anxious or resentful or dreadful or something else? Notice if there's any other beings in this scene with you. And if there is no one else in this scene with you, as a soul in that past life, bring to your awareness the knowledge of your own family. Do you have a family that you live with? What's the structure of that family? Or the fabric or the feeling of that family? Acknowledging any emotions or any thoughts that come in about where you are or what you're doing or who's around or who your family or close people are, and what is happening in this scene. Allowing more of the context to come in, more of the details. And what happens next as this scene and this story unfolds around you, and as you observe these details, imagine as if you had a remote control and you hit fast forward on the remote control, and you fast forward this scene for a minute or two, and you stop when the scene changes, whether you do something else or go somewhere else, or if someone joins you or leaves you. Hitting play on that remote control and watching this scene unfold, minutes or hours in the future from where you started in this scene, taking note of how you feel, what you're doing, where you are. Allowing the details to come in. Trust the details. And remember. Now, I'd like you to go to another significant event in this past life. On the count of 3, you'll be there. 1, 2, and 3. Into a scene involving another significant event in this past life. Feeling your feet on the ground. Allowing and observing anything that comes into your awareness. What are you aware of here? It might be the time of day, or where you are, or maybe it's the temperature or how you're feeling. What emotions are you aware of right now? And if you can tell if those emotions are stemming from something in your future or something in your past. Becoming more aware of your surroundings and anyone else who's there with you. And what happens next in this scene? And how do you feel? And who are you with, if anyone? And where are you? Do you get the sense you're in one spot intentionally? Are you on the move, traveling somewhere? Ground yourself in the details of this scene, the details of this past life scene. And now, on the count of 3, you will leave this scene and move into the time in this past life, moments before your soul leaves that body. Remember, you're totally safe. The subconscious mind will turn down the details on anything that you're not ready to see. But you're strong, you're protected, and you're totally safe. On the count of 3, you'll move to this time in this past life, moments before your soul left that body. 1, 2, and 3. Moving ahead on the timeline of that life to the final moments of that life. Where are you now? Is there anyone with you? And now move this scene forward. We move this scene forward to when your soul has just left that body. Your soul has just left that body and is now hovering around that scene, that life. Now let yourself experience and reflect on that past life with your soul self. First, feel the peace that comes as your soul self. What are you thinking and feeling in this space, having just left that body? Was it a good life? A not so good life? What made it that way? Now that your soul has left that body, think now, is there any other information you need from that past life that will help you in this lifetime? This answer might answer the questions of why you were shown this past life, how you can release a block, how you can attain a goal, how you can heal, how you can grow. Allow that information to come in. Now, on the count of 3, you'll move away from this past life scene, away from this past life and the people you were with, sending love and gratitude to yourself in that past life, your soul self today, and everyone who was in that past life with you. As you float away from these past life scenes, you float through a type of a mist. You might see a color or a texture or a shine or a sparkle to this mist. But you know, as you move through this mist and breathe it in, it fulfills you and surrounds you. It heals you, it balances you, and it dissolves and releases any blocks or anything that's no longer serving you that you've picked up in this life, other past lives. This mist releases you of that weight of those blocks. Feel yourself become lighter now as the mist dissolves any blocks, any residues that are no longer serving you, and transmutes these things into a higher frequency of love and healing. Journeying back now to the present moment, moving into the next phase of your night or day in a way that's seamless, peaceful, and desirable. I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and when I say 1, you'll be balanced and ready for the next part of your day. 5, remembering everything you experienced. 4, satisfied with the insights and wisdom you received. 3, more in touch with the room around you. 2, feeling sensation in your fingers and toes. And 1, feeling wonderful, comfortable, confident, and peaceful, easing into the next part of your day or night.